For the first time, we are getting an inside look at the York County paper mill at the center of multiple investigations and lawsuits. New-Indy Containerboard, part owned by NFL owner Robert Kraft, allowed WCNC into their facility as it faces a $1.1 million fine. It is part of a pending settlement with the EPA for its role in emitting a foul-smelling odor that homeowners say has affected their health. WCNC Charlotte's Brandon Goldner has spent the last 9 months calling, emailing, even trying to flag down Robert Kraft himself and his motorcade to get answers for families affected by the mill.
New-Indy Containerboard would only let us into their facility if we provided questions in advance. They would not let us do any one-on-one interviews. But after the tour, there were still questions we have. The first step in our chaperone tour is this large basin, the ASB, part of the mill's wastewater treatment process. This is ground zero of what regulators consider to be the main source of those foul-smelling emissions plaguing homeowners.
So it goes all the way back over.
Mill manager Tony Hobson says a year ago, this basin was in horrible shape.
All this was covered in material that had floated up, so we had all this, so this has all been cleared since that point in time.
What's also changed, New-Indy's tone from April 2021, when the mill forcefully denied emitting any pollution, to now contrition.
We let the community down from an overall standpoint. We started up, we ran into some issues at startup, and that ended up cascading into more than what we had hoped for.
But Hobson did not answer our question asking why the mill did not anticipate these issues when they first submitted their data to regulators to get environmental permits. As part of that proposed consent decree with the EPA, Hobson says the mill will continue to monitor how much hydrogen sulfide it's releasing. That's the chemical being blamed for those foul-smelling emissions.
Underflow out of here goes into EQ, and that's where the solids settle out.
He says because of their improvements, hydrogen sulfide levels continue to drop.
We're not going to stop where we are. Our goal is to continue to optimize this and continue to prove that we can keep it down at a low level.
But we wanted to know if the company will start monitoring for other toxic chemicals, which Hobson didn't answer. Homeowners and attorneys accuse New-Indy of emitting chemicals far more dangerous than hydrogen sulfide, and they criticize the consent decree for only focusing on that one chemical. In response, the EPA says they submitted a request to the mill last week asking about those chemicals. The EPA is still taking public comment for the proposed consent decree with New-Indy. DHEC is also continuing its investigation. Outside New-Indy Containerboard's facility, Brandon Goldner, WCNC Charlotte.